Hi everyone, I'm Jolene Tollett and I'm here to talk to you about writing good objectives with your lesson plans. So a learning objective is the end goal for your students. It needs to be measurable so that you can tell if your students really understood the material. So when we're looking at verbs in our objectives, know and learn are not good objectives to use because you can't really measure those. You don't really know with those verbs if your child understood. So better objectives might be create or produce. An example might be for a kindergarten math standard, classify objects into given categories, count the number in each category, and sort the categories by count. My learning objective on this might be design a graph using gathered information. For this, I would use the I do, we do, you do approach. I might make a graph on the board showing the children my favorite ice cream and then taking a survey of what their favorite ice cream flavors are. And I would graph that out. Next, I would do the we do part, having each child take off their right shoe, putting it into the middle, and then sorting those shoes by type. We might end up with some tennis shoes, or some slip-ons, or some Mary Janes, or you might even get some boots in on that one. This is Texas. And then the children would help fill out a graph on the whiteboard showing what types of shoes everyone was wearing. The next part of this is really the more important one to know if the children understood the lesson that you taught. It's the you do part. Having the children go out and do surveys of their own to all their classmates. Now, they should be allowed to make up their own survey. This way they really learn whether it's a measurable. So they have to set some limits with their surveys, and they'll learn that if you let them do it on their own. Once they have done their surveys and created their own graph, then you can ask them data questions from that graph to see if they really understood what they were doing. So the great thing about this is they are producing, diagramming, and explaining, which hit on the 3 higher levels of the Bloom's taxonomy. So I would hope that for a coworker, they would think a little more in the higher level Blooms when planning their objectives and making sure that all objective goals are measurable.